So hi everyone, my name is Elmira and I live in Kazakhstan, and today I'm going to talk about the company Global Trend. First of all, let me tell you about myself. So I'm actually an IT specialist by my education. I did my master's degree in London, and I've been working in major American and national companies, and I've traveled a lot abroad. But what I've been missing in all of my jobs was freedom. Obviously, the limitation of the money that I had, I didn't want to have that, the glass ceiling. So I was drawn to new opportunities. And today I'll share you about the product that helped my parents. My mom is younger. She's around 60 years old, and she had a major operation 2 years ago. And one of her friends, she gave her this product that we're going to talk about now. They're called nano bальзамы, and those nano bальзамы helped her to recover very quickly. She had a major operation on her intestine, and you can imagine, I mean, even if you do an operation on like leg or let's say any inner organ, they're pretty gross. But if you think of intestine, it's very thin, right? So this product helped her, those intestines, to grow together and to recover her digestive system very quickly. So, and my dad is almost 70 years old, and using this product, we almost never see doctors. He feels himself very well. He is active, and his mind is working well. So it's a great joy for us to have such results in our own family about the health. And in the second part of the presentation, I'll be talking about the compensation plan that the Global Trend company is offering. And you will see how really generous it is. So because of this compensation plan, our family, we've been in this business for 2 years. We managed to buy a brand new car, crossover, spacious one, really good one. For those of you who know, it's a Hyundai Tucson. And we, thanks again to the generous compensation plan, we managed to buy a house, a new house. It's a spacious one, it's warm, it's cozy, just like we always dreamed of. So very good financial results, great health results, and so let's get to know in more detail, okay? So let's see there are several. Yerlan, it's great you wrote a little bit. Yeah, we've got people from Astana, and the sound and video is good, they're saying. So okay, let's check out our first product. And this whole company started was registered in 2018, and the company was founded by 3 MLM professionals who have been one of them has been in business for more than 17 years. And all of them were successful in MLM business, that they all earned at least $1 million because of the network marketing. So as you can see, they were experienced people with success in their background, and most of all, they had a great reputation in the MLM community. So when they left their last company for some good reasons, they were looking for a new company, and then they met the company which was producing this amazing product. And why I'm saying amazing, unique, and exclusive, because this product is actually a heritage to us from the Soviet Union, just like we have Baikonur as a heritage, right? So the research actually has started in the 60s during the Soviet Union. by the scientists, and the research was ordained by Ministry of Defense to make a very efficient pill or whatever, you know, that would help the soldiers to be highly energetic, with great immunity system, able to recover from any illnesses very quickly, obviously being good to deal with stress, and of course a lot full of energy, right, and full of courage. So the research was going on, and then the Soviet Union collapsed, as you know, in the 90s, and then part of those scientists who were working on this project in Kazakhstan, they continued the project, and they were using, as you know, there's you can say the like two lines of the medicine going on always, right? So we have the medicine, which is a classical medicine as we see it in hospitals, using the pills and doing the surgery, and helping obviously save a lot of lives. And then you have a more traditional medicine, which is using herbs and everything natural, right? So the research of the scientists, what they did is they started to look for those nationalities which were living long, and they had good health and good vitality, longevity. So what they did, they researched their lifestyle. They obviously, and we know it's a very popular topic, right? So those scientists, even in the 60s, they researched what food actually those nationalities were having. So what were the major things that they would have. And from there, they actually went that they were a lot of meat eaters, and me being a vegetarian. But we do get a lot of obviously necessary health ingredients from the meat. So what they did, the scientists, and they went and researched what the animals that those nationalities were eating. They researched what animals were eating, and obviously they eat grass, but they realized and you have heard those stories, right? When any animal, you can say a cat or a cow, any animal, when they are sick, they are smart enough to go out in the garden or outside in the forest, and they would look for the particular herbs or maybe nuts that would help them to recover. So what they did, they researched this food patterns for the animals, and they managed to combine 189 different herbal ingredients. So these are plant flowers, stems, they are leaves, and all different parts of the plants. So and that's why we're saying it's exclusive. Right now on the market, there is no product that is able to combine 189 different herbal ingredients. And it's absolutely natural. So a newborn baby can use it, a pregnant lady can use it, and anyone through the old age, because it's absolutely natural. And what they have, after the product was ready, so what they did was, and we're looking now on the concentrate, and the bottle is really small, but that's why it's called the concentrate, because it's really concentrated. And the first tests were done on the mice. And if you know that, I didn't actually, that mice, hi everyone. So mice say, they say that mice's physical structure is very close to human structure. Did you know, like, that mice also have blood, which is in 4 sections, just like we do? So they did tests on the mice, and what they have found that mice that were, they used two control groups obviously, and they have found, research has shown that the mice that has been using this concentrate, obviously they add it into their drinking water, so they realized that their immune system getting better in a way that they were actually making them sick using different kinds of bacteria and spraying, the stuff on them. And so the group which were using the spray, the mice were healthier, stronger, more active, actually more reproductive as well. So they were having more babies, and the babies were healthy and active, which is a good sign of vitality. So, and then obviously after having successful results on mice, so our scientists moved further and made a test on human. And the agreement was made it's in Kazakhstan, in Almaty. So the agreement was made with a local institute for health problems, health issues. And the people there were recovering from having heart attacks. And so they were also divided into different control groups. And also the results after several months of using our product has shown significant improvement in, did you know that you can actually measure heart's age? That they can actually measure if your heart is getting younger or is getting older. So the research has shown that the hearts were getting younger, that they are, their blood tests were getting better, they were feeling better, more energy. And so this all led to, knowing that this helps people. And in our company, we have so many amazing results. I mean, it's been more than 2 years. So people generally, the first thing that they say is that they feel much more energy. And oh boy, do we need that, right? With all this chronic fatigue that we have right now, and we're all hung up on coffee and all kind of energy drinks. So obviously this helps. This is a natural way to get the energy boosted in you. And let me tell you, people ask me, Elmira, why do we get all this energy, all this boost of energy? And the secret is that in our sprays, we have, it actually hasn't, oh, it did actually. The first discovery of coenzyme Q10 was the scientist who discovered it. He actually won the Nobel Prize. And it was found that our liver produces this enzyme actively until we are 30, 35 years old. And you can ask for yourself. So if we have English-speaking people, just compare a 20-year-old girl or a guy to a 40-year-old boy or a guy. I mean, we would call them women and men by that time. So who do you think would be much more energetic and, have this vitality in there? If you understand, you can... So... forever, Medina, as long as you keep drinking. So yes, obviously the guy or girl in their 20s, they're much more energetic. And this is because of this coenzyme Q10, which is being produced by our liver. But after the 40s, so what we start actually doing after 25, 30 years old, we're starting to grow older. And we women definitely don't want to hear that. But I know we do see it on our faces, right? So when the scientists discovered this Q10, that it actually returns the youth, energy, and it helps the body to get younger from inside, because it works on the cellular level. It's like each cell is our little energy electricity generating kind of station. So when we use this use this product, it helps to lighten up each and every cell of us. So it helps us to renew from inside. So this is our first product. It's a concentrate. It's teeny tiny, but you use it as a spray, and you can use it for half a ton of water. So even though it's very small, it's actually very, you can use it for a long time, and it's easy to use with your own family. So, you know, you don't have to spoon feed your kids or someone in your family who may not be agreeing to that. They can drink it with water and feel the good effect of that. So let's go on to our next product. And this is the basis of all our products. All our products contain this concentrate, which is called Pavlov Spring. There's a beautiful story behind it, and when we have more time, we'll talk about it. So, and this is our, what we call flagments. They are nano balsams, and we drink them. They're very convenient to use. So if you look on the left upper corner, there's Perfecta-Lux, and then on the right side there's Vitality-Lux. So we call them a sweet pair. And how they work. So the first one, Perfecta-Lux. When we get up in the morning, what do? We brush our teeth, right? It's great. So we brush. If there are English-speaking people, if you mind writing something below just to say me hi, that would be great. So Perfecta-Lux, when we wake up, yeah, as I was saying, so what we do, we brush our teeth, right? What we do is we clean ourselves. And the same for our body. The way, I mean, if you just look at the waters that we are drinking now, right? The air, the pollution, the food that we have is all the nitrates and all the GMO food, right? We have. So what we do is we get a lot of toxins accumulated in our body. And obviously our liver, our kidneys, they work hard to get rid of all the toxins in our body. But do you think they can do it 100%? Of course not. So year by year, day by day, we keep on gathering all those toxins. And there is no, let's say, toothbrush, you know, any kind of brush that we can go inside and clean up all our toxins. For example, we know that on the veins, right? So on the sides, we get, gosh, I forgot the name it was called. So when we have oily food and bad cholesterol, right? We know that our arteries and veins, they get built up with those oily stuff. And when they get stuck, we have a heart attack or stuff like that. And but there is no brush that we can use to clean every vein and every artery, right? So it's perfect that we have a Perfecta-Lux to do that. That's actually its major function. It cleanses our body from the toxins, and it cleanses our arteries and veins and makes them more elastic. So so that the healthy nutrients that we get, they actually move through all the even tiny capillaries, and they get at every cell that needs nutrients. And another thing that Perfecta-Lux also does is that it helps to clean our body from the parasites. And if you know, the parasites actually are a major component, major reason for some of the illnesses, and at least a tiny influence on having any other actually disease. So it's good for us to do so parasite cleansing procedures once in a while. But the thing is, when we use a regular, let's say, parasite cleansing with pills, what it does to the parasite, that they actually die in our body. And then when they die, we know it's still a protein body, right? I mean, it's still a life. It was a creature. And so when they die, There are like dead bodies in our cells. So it's still a waste, it's still a toxin. And what an amazing thing that Perfectolux does, that it creates it makes our pH system in our body in such a way that it's not acid anymore, and it creates such a pH level that those parasites actually want to leave the body. And there are shocking photos of all those parasites coming out of the body. And the thing is that they come out alive. And this is good because their dead bodies won't be wandering around our body being a toxin and a waste. And and the best thing is that it cleanses out, so it doesn't lead to any disease. And we all obviously have bacteria and parasites, but because if the person's immune system is good, then we are able to fight them. And actually, the major, if we say what, I mean, if you can just say in one word what our products all do in one sentence, that would be that it boosts our immune system. And then if we have a strong immune system, you know that you can fight any disease, and our body is made in such a beautiful way that we can handle any issue that we can have if the immune system is strong, right? The body can recover. And let's talk about the second balsam. It's Vitality Lux. And actually all our products, we call them nano balsam because during their production, nanotechnology is used. And the production equipment is German, and the production site is actually in Kazakhstan. But currently we are working as a company. Officially, we opened our representative offices in Russia. Russia is huge. In Mongolia, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Azerbaijan, and we're currently working on opening up offices in South Korea, Vietnam, and Turkey. So I actually might make the new presentation in Turkish. So we talk about Vitality Lux. What it does is, we know when we get sick, the body is fighting and it's releasing some sort of toxins, but it also needs after that energy. So Vitality Lux gives that energy. It gives that vitamins that we need. And what it does more, it works on our nervous system and helps all the systems that we have inside to start working properly. So we have great results, for example, on people who have liver sicknesses. I'm not good on sickness names, but illness names. So their liver was very shrinked in size and almost not working. And because of Vitality Lux, they managed to recover it now in a working full form. There are many stories, like people who have the stories that I like them. I mean, it has made me cry when I first heard it. The woman, she had major operation on her heart. The heart pumps, like, with the one that the close and opens. I got the word. So, and they said your heart is not doing very well, and you should prepare for an operation that you would have to insert into your heart the pacemaker, that actually makes your heart to push because your heart is too weak. And that's when she heard about our balsams. And after she has used it for several months, excuse me. So she went for her doctor again, and she said, okay, let's plan the surgery, let's do the tests again. And they were amazed. They said, this cannot be true, that her heart has recovered and is now able to contract very well itself, and there's no need to implant a pacemaker. Isn't that like a life-saving great news? We have very good results with people who have so like with any heart issues, obviously diabetes, and the especially now in the during the pandemic times that we are living right now, we had very good results with people who were already sick with coronavirus, or uh, who were using those products, and so they actually became sick and they didn't even notice. Can you imagine? When they after several months they submitted a test for antibodies, and they have realized that they actually were sick and they recovered and they didn't even have any symptoms for that. And that was for an elderly like grandfather. So, and then for youngers who were very sick with temperature, fever, and the deterioration of the lungs were like 60 and 80%. Those kinds of people, of course, they had to use the product uh, often, but they managed to recover and they're breathing well, and they're very, very grateful to the company and to the producers who are doing that. And the third one that we have on the screen, it's Smart Lux. It's the newest nano balsam that we have. And as you can see from its name, it's a smart one. So what it does is it helps to, for us, for everyone who is using it, to improve their brain activity. So to improve their memory, their retaining capability, and it's working greatly on joints. So for people who have joint pain, they were sharing great results. But the most important thing was that SmartLux was helping to people to bring their what we call like an internal clock. It helped to reschedule and make it right. You know that at like after 10 p.m. you feel sleepy and you actually want to go to bed, and then that you wake up at 6 a.m. right o'clock, you're full of energy and you're awake. So it's in a way it recalibrates your biorhythms. So it helps you to for your body to be in tune with actually the nature, so you are well recovered. And it also boosts, as I said, it boosts your brain activity. So when our founder was sharing her results, she said she had so many new great ideas. She said, like, before I had like only one notebook, and now I had to have 5, 6 notebooks, because like on different areas, right? Managing the company is maybe something about the products and the compensation plan. So it lightens up your brain in a way that you didn't think was possible, with many ideas. And it's also good with helping to prevent like colds and like virus related diseases. So very good to actually, all our products could be used as prevention tools to actually not to get sick. And the thing that I like the best about them is, I mean, obviously they give great results, but they are very nice taste. They have a very nice taste, and they're easy to use. So we just take 1 teaspoon of so in my well, my parents have been taking balsams for almost 2 years, and one of them is 60 and the other is 70, and they're in good health, so I'm very grateful to the balsams. So it's very easy to use. What we do is we just take 1 teaspoon, and actually half a teaspoon, of Perfectilux in the morning. We mix it with water, have a drink, And then with the Vitality Lux in like 5-10 minutes, we also put half a teaspoon of Vitality Lux, mix it in lukewarm water and have a drink. And then after 15-20 minutes, you are good to go to have your breakfast. And that's all for the day. And with that intake, you actually have, you already take all the necessary uh, nutrients and ingredients that we need for our bodies. So all kind of the vitamins and the minerals, everything our body needs. But obviously, for people who are undergoing a serious sickness, they can use these balsams, not a half teaspoon, but actually a full teaspoon, and take it 2, 3, 5 times a day. We had a man in our team. He had a bone cancer, and when he found out about the products, he was already like thin like a paper, very sick. He couldn't even sit up because he was so weak. And we had a major event like a month ago in Almaty, and it was such a joy to see him come up on stage and looking good, like looking like a good, healthy man and sharing his stories. That so we saw him in summer, and by that time he was also maybe from spring, maybe like 9 months. I think he's been drinking, and they said in the beginning they were taking balsam like 5 times a day. But what you wouldn't do to save a life of the person that is close to you, right? So using those balsams, he fully recovered, and he was on stage and sharing his story, like moving everybody's hearts in the area. So let's move on to the next projects that we have. Hi, Bob. Good to hear we have English speaking people joining us. Where are you from, Bob? If you can just write down. So we're moving to our next product, and it's IMMUNOLÜKS. And as you can see, the first words, we can actually grade them by the intensity intensity in the way they work on our body. So the balsams are the gentlest, you can say. And it's good for people that their body gets gently cleansed, and the body is recovering gently. But we know that some people who are very sick and they need strong support, they need immediate help and a very strong help. So then this IMMUNOLÜKS was developed. It was actually developed especially for people. Yeah, so it was actually especially developed for people who have a long-term or a very serious systematic disease like cancer or AIDS, and or maybe just a long time running diseases like diabetes. So it's a very strong product, and it helps to boost our immune system. And we use it actually just by drops. So first day use 1 drop, second day 2 drops, and so on. But because it's so strong, you have to use it with a mild preparation of the balsams. And you actually start with the balsams for at least a week or 2, ideally for 2-3 months if possible. But if you are in a rush to help someone very sick, obviously you can start just using them together. We have very great results about people with like cancer, 4th stage already, like breast cancer or throat cancers. And but when I'm saying about all those very like strong illnesses, right, cancer and diabetes, what actually, when we are talking about the balsams in general, it helps a regular person like you and me to sleep better, and it helps to improve our digestive systems. It helps to cleanse from the parasites that we have. It helps us to get the energy that we need, and I think that's a great bonus for everyone, right? And that we have. Oh, great, Bob. I have a friend living in Toronto, and she's asking to come, but yeah, you know, the quarantine. So great to have you. So let's talk about our last product, and then we will talk about the compensation plan. So we have toothpaste, and tell me who doesn't like toothache. I'm sure you can all put 555 for that if you hate toothpaste, and if you hate of all the doctors, the dentist. So what the toothpaste does, it also has this concentrate that I mentioned in the beginning, which was developed, the research was started in the Soviet Union. So this concentrate helps, we have a night toothpaste and the morning one. So what it helps is obviously cleans from the, help keeps us the gums healthy and all the usual stuff that the, obviously the toothpaste should do. But what this one does is, especially the night one, it's actually soothing. You know, it helps you to relieve from toothache. So if you have a toothache, you just put it on, you brush your teeth, and then you just put it on your teeth, and then spit a little bit, and then you stay like this. Because all our products are absolutely 100% natural. Even if you eat it, there is nothing wrong with it. So you sleep like this, and it helps to reduce the pain immensely. And for people who have sensitivity in their tooth, it's also a great relief for them. Obviously gives a very, very nice sensation. From my experience, thanks God, I don't have toothache that much. So for me, what it helps is actually boost my energy in the morning. I mean, not my energy, but my mood, you know. I feel in a much, much better mood after, you know, like you can wake up all grummy, and then in the morning you clean up your teeth with the luxury day toothpaste, and you have very good mood and a fresh breath. So that's it, I think, for our products. And Ерлан, пожалуйста, переключите нам слайды на маркетинг. So so Bob is telling me that we haven't yet opened the Canada, so we would love to have a Canada office, and we would be great to help you to do that. So are you good with tenge? You're saying 14,500. So let's start with the compensation plan. And спасибо большое, Ерлан. So the compensation plan is a hybrid one. And as I've told before, the founders of our company are the professionals. And what they did was the deficiencies that they had in the previous in the compensation plan of the previous companies that they were working, they knew what difficulties they were having, and they obviously thought of the ways to have better incentives for people to work. So what they did, they made all those negative sides of the compensation plans before into the benefits for our own compensation plan. So they made a hybrid. It's a unilevel compensation plan plus binary. So we have yeah, sure. And if you have any more questions, then we can talk also. So okay. So we have a unilevel compensation plan and binary. As we know, to open up any business, we will need some sort of investment, right? And there are 5 packages to enter our company. And they obviously, because the price of the packages varies in different countries, we couldn't write the price. We can only write in PV. But we can roughly say maybe that, I mean, it's very, very rough. So a package for 25 PV would be around, I don't know, I can't say even roughly. So the first package, when you buy it and enter it, it's a record pack, and you become a client of the company. With that 25 PV, you get our smart locks. The second package is 50 PV, and you get, it's called small pack, and you get the two balsams, right? The cleaning one and the vitamins one, the cleansing one and the vitamin ones. So you get Vitality and Perfecto. And the 100 PV is a standard pack. And this is our major package, actually. And why is that? Because starting from the third, fourth, and fifth, those three packages are business packages, what we call. So when you enter a company using those 100, 200, or 400 PVs, you can get access to all 7 types of income that we have in the business. If you start with the first and the second, you will need to do some work to upgrade to get to 100 PV. 100 PV, you can think of like 100% active partner. So for 100 PV, we get 4 bottles, and you can take either smart locks or the other balsams. With a medium pack, and actually those packs were invented to be able to include into them the products that we have. So 200 PV is for the concentrate. Remember the small one that you can use for a half a ton of water. And 400 PV is if you want to get also the concentrate. And so if you take concentrate, you can get that plus 8 balsams. If you take immunolux, you get immunolux plus 4 balsams, because you are recommended to use them together anyway. So you can use any one you like, but we generally recommend with 100 PV as a 100% active partner. Okay. So for those people who entered with a 25 PV, there is a certain limit for them to get upgraded. And it's 8 weeks. And in the 8 weeks, all they need to do, they just need to invite 2 people. And those 2 people can be from any of those packages. They can actually just invite even a person for a recruit pack. And they will be automatically upgraded to 50 PV. And as a bonus, they will get the smart locks plus more. So when they enter, they get smart locks, and after they upgrade, they get 1 more. And then if you can see it here, right, the upgrade is from 25 to 50, and then so the next stage is to go from 50 to 100. And how do we do that? We pay this upgrade package price, and we get 2 balsams, Vitality and smart locks, and the price obviously is different in a different country. But when we talk about the money that you will be receiving, we will be talking about actual exact numbers in US dollars. So in the company, we have 7 types of bonuses, and some of them are immediate ones that you get, some of them are weekly, and some of them are monthly. So it's great that every week you get an income. So you work 1 week, and the next week you get salary, like boom. Very good incentive. So we will talk about each of them in detail. And so we'll be using this PV, and when I'll be saying your income is, let's say, 20 PV, we will multiply 20 by 65 cents. So the first bonus is recruiting bonus, and as in any MLM company, and we actually do it all the time. We see a movie, we try a new recipe, we go to a new restaurant, and what we do is we straight away recommend to our best friends. But not that cinema hall or the restaurant doesn't give us any bonuses generally. I mean, some have the system right now. But what we do in our company is when we use the product, get an effect. Already in a few days, you can get an effect. For some people, it's their digestive system is working better, they're sleeping better, they have more energy, Or I actually had a great result. A new woman joined our company, and she's been suffering with migraines, headaches for years. And she's been using our products, and in just 1 week, she said she got rid of her headache. Isn't that a relief? I mean, for those people who are suffering with headaches, they can definitely, yes, Rose is also in our company. And so what we do is when we recommend, right, we we should get a bonus for the work that we do, right? So when we use our product and we recommend it to others, and they also want to get this great effects for themselves, to be, less irritated and be in general in a better mood. So when they buy the product, and if you look at the slide, if they buy any package, just a 25 PV or a 400 PV, there's no difference. Even you invite for a very small package, you still get the same 20 PV. And now we can convert that to dollars times 65 cents. It makes $13. For every person you recommend, you get $13. And you can invite 1, 2, 3, 4, and I know people in our company who have 40 and 60 people in their first line. It's a nice income, but obviously not the biggest one. It's just like a starter to get you moving, for your coffee and taxi. So the next bonus that we have, and I love it the most, it's a team bonus. And I think it really shows the beauty of the MLM marketing, that when you do any kind of work, if you just measure that in 8 hours, the amount of the work that you can do is limited, right? But when you have this leverage of having 10, 50, or 100 people in your team, the amount of work that can be done by them is immense, right? And if the first bonus was just the recommendation or referral bonus, it's just a recruitment bonus. You just get that bonus from the work that you personally do. So you personally recommend and you get the money. But the team bonus, as the name goes, you get the bonus, you get the money from all the work that your team does. And as your team grows, you get more and more money. And as I said, we have binary compensation plan. So we always have, there's nothing even, usually there's no even legs. So one of them would be a weaker leg and another would be your power leg. So let's say in a week and you have reached some status and you have a small team of your own and they're making turnover. And so let's say in 1 week, your weaker legs team made a turnover of 1,000 PV and the power leg made 2,000 PV. Depending on the rank that you have, you will get a different amount, obviously. And then now we will see the numbers. But what I like about the binary compensation plan is that there's an importance of time, when you join the company. So let's say your sponsor invited you and you said, okay, it seems like a good opportunity, but let me research more and then I'll come back to you. And obviously your sponsor continues to do presentations and invite other people. And let's say if you look on the power leg, for example, and you see those 4 circles which are linked by the arrow. So let's say she invited John and Mary and Bob and Alice, let's say. And Alice said, okay, I'll sing. And so Bob signed up, then the John signed up, then the Mary signed up. And then let's say Alice said, oh yeah, okay. After a week, she said, okay, I think it's a great opportunity. Let's do it together. So she signs up and she is the last in this leg, and the difference can be tremendous, that you enter the business 4 people later or before those 4 people is that if you enter before those 4 people, all the turnover they do is considered as a spillover to you from your sponsor, and this helps you to grow one of your legs already. So you already get help from the, we call them brother team. So from the other teams who entered after you. There's this moment of time when you join the company to get into a good place before others are joining, because everyone who is joining afterwards will be helping you to make your turnover if you are in the same leg. They actually do, Bob. We were making a lot of jokes. One of the stories that people use, for example, one of them used them on their ship. The ship somehow turned blind, and what they did is they dropped in her ears, or ears, I'm saying eyes, and he or she started seeing again and moving again. And then we have a good example about a cat. So one pet lover, she said that her cat was getting weak and having some sort of illness, and we used it on our dog as well, and it helped her to recover. Oh, great, great. Yeah, yeah. So far we have this kind of results, but I'm sure we can experiment and see how it works out with animals as well. So let's go back to the marketing compensation plan, and so we get the money from our weaker leg, and this is team bonus is a weekly bonus. Okay. Mm-hmm. And as I said, the amount of money that you earn depends on the level that you have. And that's right for any kind of job that we have, right? If we just entered and we are an apprentice or a junior specialist and we get one kind of salary, as we grow our career and we become a top manager, then obviously our salary grows as well. So the same appeals here. And you can see the percentages below, like there's 19%, 20%, and this is the amount that we get from one contract in our weaker legs. This is the percentage that we get. So if we convert it into dollars, for example, in bronze directors, 20%, that would be 20 PV, and that would be $13. And the first steps when we start in the business is we become manager. So we first enter the business, we are a partner, 100%, as I said, 100 PV partner. And then we invite also 5 people who also have grown or immediately bought the 100 PV package. And as long as you have 5 people, you become a manager already. And you already get around $11 for each contract in your weaker leg. And then as you see, as you grow, you become a silver director, gold, diamond, and global director. And afterwards, if you can, we can actually calculate, yeah. The ones that you see, so for example, when you become a manager and then you help the 5 people that you have invited, you help them to become managers as well. So then you become a bronze director. And we said it's a weekly bonus, right? And on top of the names of the categories, you can see the PV. So a manager, and that's their maximum weeklies that they can get. So on the manager, we see 500 PV. And if we convert it into dollars, we multiply by 65 cents. So we get $325. For a bronze director, it's almost $1,000 a week. So $4,000 a month, not a bad money, I think. Silver director is 1,625. So that would be a month. How much? Around 6,500, I think. So, and the diamond is 3,500, and the global director you can multiply yourself. It's it's just remember the 9,000 PV and multiply it by 65 cents, and you can imagine on just one bonus, weekly bonus, how much money our global directors are winning. So let's move on. And team bonus is a great bonus because also you can earn money quickly because you get the support from your brother team, as we said. Next bonus is a matching bonus. And matching bonus. I'm very glad, guys, you are talking. So matching bonus is a bonus that we get from helping our partners to grow. So as we grow, we help the people that we invite to grow as well, right? Because we want them to earn more. And when we are just starting as a partner or a manager, we get 10% of the income from our first level partners. So whatever money they earn, you get 10% from them, and your partners still have their 100% money. So this is like the top, the extra, the matching. Company matches their income, the 10% of their income to you. As we grow more, bronze director and silver director, we get 10% from 2 levels. So if you say first level, you've invited 5 people, and then you go on, those 5 invite again more 5, so 5 times 5, we have 25 people in our second line. And the third line is 5 times 25, it's 125 people. And we get 10% from them when we grow to the gold director and diamond and global director. And all gold directors say that as soon as they jump from silver to gold, as they grow, obviously, the matching bonus grows substantially, because obviously you were getting 10% from just 25 people, and now you get it from 125. It's a very nice sweet bonus. In my own example, my mom, she has a diamond director in her first line, and her second line, and her third line. So it's a very sweet bonus to be getting 10% from your team, from your first and second and third level. And obviously you work hard to help them. And that's why I love this business as well. We help each other to earn more money, and there's no competition. We're actually interested. And this is one of the actual exciting points about our compensation plan, that in different companies, let's say you invited someone, so he's below you, right? And when he grows and levels up with you, you usually, in some companies, you usually don't get any more money because you're supposed to be higher in level. And so you always try to get higher, and then he matches up with you. So there's some sort of competition. But here, even if your first line, second line, or third line, they get higher on our career ladder, you still get 10% from them. And so you're actually even interested in them to grow higher than you, because you'll be getting more money. So it's a very supportive structure. And okay, and there's another thing, what we call a compression, and it's a bit difficult to show on the slides, but let me say that, for example, to become a bronze director, you need to have 5 managers, right? And let's say some people in your first line, they're not active, but the people that they have invited is active. And usually in the what we call a classical compensation plans, you have to work hard with your first line. And if someone from your first line doesn't work, even if the second and third line is like very active, you still don't get appreciation for that. You don't grow on the career ladder. So what they did here is, even if that first line is not active, but in the second, in the third, it doesn't matter how low you can go. But if in that line, someone, let's say, became manager, it still counts for you. So it counts if you have a manager in your first line or second or third line, it doesn't matter. So it makes it so much easier to grow on the career ladder. And the other great thing is, I'll bring it back. So once you reach any sort of level, silver director, bronze, gold, it doesn't matter. There are no time limits to reach any of them. So you can do it as long as you want or as quick as you want. So we have people who reach the diamond director level in 5 months, and we have diamond directors who did that in 2 years. It doesn't matter. And the great thing also is, as soon as you reach any level, you do not fall back. And whatever PV you have gathered on your stronger leg, it doesn't get canceled, it doesn't get burned, it's still being collected, since the day the company has begun. So you can have a very, very strong leg, because those bonuses, they don't get burned, those PVs you have, like the turnover in your stronger leg. So the next bonus is activation bonus, and all companies that have products, what they do is they have sort of programs that you need to repurchase their products. And there are different rules, obviously. And in some companies, it did not matter whether you started earning money or you didn't, you still had to make a repurchase of the product. And if you're not making money yet, you will have to take it out of your own pocket, right? So what they did is, and we're saying it's a very people-oriented compensation plan, that until you start earning with our company at least 300 PV in a month, you don't need to make any purchases. And there is you can say a ladder as well. So if you earn more than 300 PV, if you earn more than 1,000 PV, no, the next threshold is 2,000 PV. So if you earn 2,000 PV, that would be, gosh, I think it's $1,300, and you would need to make a repurchase for around $100. I think it's not a very big deal, right? And you only do it the weeks or the months that you actually earned money. And you make around $100 purchase, and you bought 4 balsams. It's for you and your parents. It's a good deal. But we were talking about bonuses, right? So activation bonus is hi Lilipit, good to see you as well. Yes, as administrator said, we'll make a recording so you can watch it later. So we were talking about bonuses, right? And now I'm telling you that you have to make a repurchase. So the thing is that in MLM business, what we do, our team duplicates, right? So they also start earning money. They reach some level and they make a repurchase of 2 balsams or 4 balsams or 6 balsams. And from that money, you get bonus as well. And it's a monthly bonus. And as you can see, from the first level, you get 10%, from second level, 5%, from the third, 3%, and from the first to the 9th level, can you imagine? Till the 9th level, you get only 2%. And you might think 2% is a small number, right? But you can actually nod so that you can feel that we are in a live audience. So 2% might seem like it's a small number, but actually when we go to the 9th level, For those of you who like the math, you can actually calculate. So if you, in the first level we have 5 people, second level we have 5 by 5, and then third level is 125. So if you go by 9 to 11, there are like thousands of people, and if you get 2% from them, it's many thousands of dollars that you can earn, even just if you get $1 from each of them. So this is a very sweet monthly bonus in the company that we have. Okay. And another great bonus is trip bonus. And we all like to travel, right? Especially now in the quarantine times. In the quarantine times, we we really want to get out of the houses, at least get out of our city, right? So the company says, as soon as you, and I'll open up the slide. So as soon as you reach a level rank of the silver director, you get to travel. So the company you get a free trip with the company. And what is the silver director? So you first join the company, invite 5 people, and then you help those people that you have invited to invite 5 people, and they become managers. And then they help their people to become managers, and they become bronze directors. So you just need 5 bronze directors in your team, and voila, you can go traveling. And the company is growing so fast. So the first time when the people went in 2018 in summer, they went to Turkey, there were just 30 plus people. Second time when they went to Dubai, there were 200 plus people. And the third time, and then we went to Egypt, and I absolutely loved it. I mean, the Red Sea is the most beautiful sea I've ever seen, you know, with all the sea life that they have. And we went 400 people. So there was like a whole plane full of only our partners from Almaty to Cairo. No, I think, yeah, it was directly to Hurghada. So Silver Director is a very nice bonus as well, to be able to travel for free with the people who are fun, who with your team. And you can travel twice a year. Last year, when we could travel a lot, my mom, she traveled in February to Dubai herself when she became silver. Then she joined me when I became silver in September, and then she went to Turkey with my dad, and then business trips to Mongolia and Russia. So 5 times a week. It's a very sweet opportunity to be able to grow in this business and to travel with the people you like and you enjoy. So, and the development bonus is what we call it's a bonus for the fast ones, the ones who close up the ranks fast. And the company also changed the plan actually 2-3 months ago to make it even easier. So before this 16-week period started from the time that you joined the company, but the company said some people actually start a little bit slow in the beginning because they want to try out the product, or like they're thinking. So they said, we will start the period only as soon as you become manager. So after you become a manager in 16 weeks, if you become a silver director, you get a bonus of $750. And if you become a gold director in 9 months or 36 weeks, you get $1,300. It's a sweet one-time bonus that we get. It gets all on top of the weekly and the monthly bonuses that we have, right? And then the last bonus is a leadership bonus. As I said before, our company is still growing. There are slightly less than 1 million people yet joining the company. And we officially have opened the offices in, obviously, Kazakhstan. That's where the company is from. Russia, Kyrgyzstan, Mongolia, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, Azerbaijan, and we are now working on Vietnam, South Korea, and Turkey. So whoever is making a significant contribution to the development of the company. Our founders of the companies, they give a leadership bonus to those people. It doesn't matter what rank you have, it just matter on the significance of your contribution. So on our anniversary, they will give those bonuses. And actually, the company was founded in 2018, and last year in May, we had our first anniversary. And we were just 1-year-old company, and we celebrated it in such a huge way. In Almaty, we have the biggest arena. It was used for, I don't know, some kinds of sports. I'm not very good with that. So we managed to gather 8,000 partners in that arena to celebrate our 1-year anniversary. And we've invited obviously pop stars, and the diamond directors were getting recognition. They were riding around in the Cadillac, and they were sharing their heartfelt stories, how they, struggled through everything and they came on top. It was a beautiful, beautiful celebration. And unfortunately, because of the current time this year, May celebration was canceled. But for the next May, we are really hoping to see even more people. There are no bigger arenas, but they said the seating, we can use the higher up areas. We can sit up for 10,000 people, I think, and it's going to be an even more magnificent celebration. So we celebrate, we earn, we have fun, and we are, we've started a new wave in the company. The company upgraded the compensation plan to make it even easier for each and every one of us to earn money. And with the strong product that we have, the company is kind of giving us 2 wings to fly. So first wing is our products, which are 100% natural, very efficient, and it's researched by almost 60 scientists for more than 50 years, and been scientifically tested and proven. And we have hundreds and hundreds of stories of people sharing them, unfortunately yet only in Russian on YouTube, sharing their results, starting from allergy, colds and diabetes, to cancer and like long going illnesses. So that's one wing is a great product that we have, and the second wing is a very generous compensation plan that we have. So we can get healthy and wealthy both working with the Global Trend company. I'm very glad that for the guys, thank you very much, who have been listening to this presentation. If you have questions, I will look up in the question section. Okay, I don't see them here. In the up. Okay, so I see no questions. It was great to have you. And if you have a button under the comment section, you might have a button if someone has invited you personally. You can link on that button, register, and the person who invited you will share you with more details. And we will try to make this maybe a weekly or bi-weekly presentations in English. So you can, and we'll probably upload this presentation into YouTube as well. So ask your, whoever invited you, ask them for details, and we'll be sharing them soon. Thank you very much, everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.